Thank you very much, my colleague and friend, Honorable Babu Owino. Mine is to just add weight to what statement we have issued as Team Ground. And I want to be a little bit more assertive on matters live. You all know that we have had very many conflicting reports coming through on how many young people who are protesting in the streets were abducted, how many were killed, how many are still missing, how many cases have been processed by IPOA, and I'm sure you know that no agency is giving us information that is matching with the other. We have had engagement with Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and we have their report here. And the report that this agency is giving us is that they have registered 61 people, young people who protested and died. And their bodies have been located in many mortuaries in this country, ranging from Narok, Nakuru, City Mortuary, Nairobi, Kakamega, Eldoret, Isebania, Thika, Nanyuki, Eldoret, Kapsabet, Rongo, Kasarani, Embu, Homa Bay, Kisumu, Nyeri PGH, Nyahururu Hospital, Bungoma County Hospital, Kakamega Hospital, Kitengela, Kenyatta National Hospital Mortuary, and Mulolongo, and Kiambu Uplands Funeral Home. Now, according to Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, these people died out of excesses of the Kenyan Police Service. The IPOA, the statutory body that is supposed to be oversighting the activities of the Kenya National Police Service, have indicated that they have picked up their own investigations. And according to them, they only have registered 50 people who died, not 61 that we have received from Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. And out of the 50 cases IPOA has registered, they have also registered 19 people who are abducted or reported abducted and missing. But out of all those cases, IPOA has only been able to process 4 files and submitted those files to the DPP. Out of the 4 files, 3 were returned to them because they were not done properly and there was no evidence. They have only been able to successfully submit 1 file. Now, this is my concern and our concern as parents, and I'm sure this is a concern even for many parents who are following us. It cannot be that a country that is governed by the rule of law, over 61 people dead, and only 1 case can be accounted for. Yet we have seen 2 foreigners missing somewhere in the boundaries between Kenya and Ethiopia. And we have seen the IG and the acting IG and the DCI personally go to that area to locate 2 foreigners who are apparently missing. But we cannot locate the 19 cases IPOA has registered as abducted cases. Does it mean that foreigners are more important than Kenyans? Are we still being governed by the rule of law? Are we still following the fundamentals of human rights protection as enshrined by the Kenyan Constitution? So for me as a mother, representing many mothers and many fathers of this country, we want to echo our complaint, our dissatisfaction with the processes that the government of Kenya has put in place to provide accountability for the protesters who were abducted and those that were killed. The president is on record saying that his government is going to come up with a program for compensation, to compensate the families that lost their loved ones, to compensate the families of those that have patients in the wards and some patients at home. And we have not seen any effort by the government to even come out and tell us, now that this has happened and 2 months are gone, this is what we are going to do as a government. So we want to call upon the new Minister of Health, who has just been sworn in. We want to call upon the Ministry of Interior, now that we have the cabinet minister already approved and vetted and sworn in. You must come out and tell Kenyans how you are going to start off the process of compensation, taking care of those that are still in hospitals, and making sure that their rights are not violated and their dignity has been upheld. On matters to do with education, funding for universities and colleges, as a member of parliament, I have received a lot of messages from the young people. They feel like the government of Kenya has abandoned the young people. There is no straight communication coming from the government on how the new funding model is going to salvage the lives of so many young people who are stranded in homes, expected to report to colleges and universities. We are requesting the government to come out very clearly and give out a clear guideline. We are only seeing some letters flying in the social media, but nobody is doing a presser like this to address this issue and explain to the young people. You cannot treat young people like they are second-class citizens of this country. This is the future of this country, and you are no longer going to assume the young people of Kenya the way we have done. So we are requesting and demanding, let us demand because I think it's our right, that the minister in charge of education must come out very, very boldly and tell us the way forward on matters to do university, funding, and colleges, and assure those students that are still at home that there is hope for them to resume school and there is hope for them to progress with their careers. Thank you very much. I want to invite my sister, the lovely Catherine Omanyo.